Rear fog lights could be a useful tool for driving in inclement weather, but many people are misusing them. They don't understand when to use them. And today we're going to discuss the proper use of rear fog lights and how to differentiate the regular fog lights and headlights. So when should you use rear fog lights? Rear fog lights should be only used in conditions of poor visibility, such as heavy rains, fog, or snow. They are much brighter than regular tail lights, making it easier for drivers behind you to see your car in low visibility situations. But it's important to know, rear fog lights should not be used in clear conditions because those lights can be blinding towards the driver or distracting. In today's video, we're going to cover how to use them properly. Hey everybody, welcome back to the video, welcome back to 5-Minute Fridays. Of course, this is a video because you're watching it. This topic today is going to be about rear fog light. The reason I'm doing this topic is because I'm seeing a lot of cars driving around with rear fog lights on, particularly Tesla's Model X's and S's. Occasionally I'm seeing some Mercedes cars with them on, and I think that it's nothing intentional. I just feel like that so many people are misinformed. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna explain to you what rear fog light is. I'm gonna show you what the indicator looks like in your car, and I think everyone should at least check if you have it. All right, so let's go. All right, I know this video was supposed to be a 5-minute video, but please watch all the way through to the end because I break down the lighting symbols. I show how they look like on different cars. I show different options, and then I also give you a real life situation in real fog. If you don't click off, that's fine, but I think the most benefit is to watch it all the way through. I did the best I could to make this video as short as possible. I'm already at 20 minutes. I condensed this down from 30 minutes, so I saved you 10 minutes. So anyway, different day. I did this whole video. It's actually probably the 4th time I've been trying to shoot this video in like 4 years. I can't get this done right. I'm gonna try to do a whiteboard, and I don't typically do whiteboard stuff on my car videos, but I think this is the best way for me to illustrate my point. So let's start off with just some basics. And that way, when I explain more into the different lighting, rear fog lights, I'm gonna check all the boxes so we have an understanding. I think that before we can continue, you should understand what we're getting yourself into. All right. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw basic light. Okay, this is something that we've been using for several decades, the universal headlight symbol. Okay, this is when I say headlight, this is your low beam. Okay, I will specify if I'm talking about a different beam, but if I just say generic headlight, I'm talking about low beam, the regular lights you use when you drive at night to see. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Looks like this. All right. Okay, now this is what the light looks like. But of course, we don't see that in our car. What we're looking at is a light. This is the side of a light. Like if I had an old-fashioned sealed beam light, like a flashlight or something. This is the headlight, the light without the handle on it. But this is what our light looks like. Okay. Now, what we're seeing is we want to see the beam. Each car is going to tell you what the beam does. So this is going to be low beam. Notice how it's first facing to the left, which means it's forward facing, but the beam that is shining down the ground is low. So that's your typical low beam headlight. Okay. Okay. Understanding so far? All right. This is high beam. This is when you're driving on a dark road, you can't see, you need a little more range on your headlights, if you're flashing someone. This is the high beam. The indicator is usually blue inside when you have these on. Okay. Some cars will give you a green indicator that tells you, not every car is going to do it, but some cars will give you a green indicator. All right. All right. This is parking light. These lights are used, why they have their name is when you used to park on the road, on the side of on a street parking, you turn these lights on and it will illuminate the corners of your car, the front corner, the rear corners of the car, okay? These lights come on in conjunction with the low beam. So you can turn those on independently, or if you turn the headlights on, these lights come on together. So these are your tail lights, these are the cornering lights, everything, okay? So we know this is your low beam, this is the high beam, and this is the parking light. So we know what the beams, because this is the corners, these are the opposing beams, these lines indicate what they mean. All right, when you're facing left is the front, this is the back. All right, makes sense? These are smaller because you're showing the smaller light. It's not your main beam driving lights. These are the smaller lights, so you got the front and back that are on, the tail lights, okay? Now if you see this, but hold on. That line indicates fog light, but it's also facing towards the left. So by facing to the left, you're indicating is a front facing beam, but the squiggly line that goes through there is a fog light. Fog lights are lower. Most cars, they sit lower in the lower bumper area. I don't have that playing now. I'm gonna be showing you where it is, but that's where they are. And these lights, these fog lights, can be used independent of the headlight. Most cars, they make you turn the headlight on, or they don't come on until the headlights are on. But these lights are made for you to see, like to drive as your primary light, but these can be used as auxiliary lights. Some countries would ticket you if you're just having these lights on if it's not foggy. Obviously in the US, you'll see people have these on. They'll have this in addition to, some people think the car looks better, and that's subjective. If they want the car to look better at night, it's just that's how people feel. But these lights are primarily used to shine on the ground, especially if it's raining outside. You can use these lights to help give you a little more illumination on the road. You can see the lines better. So, when the road's all nice and shiny and it's glossy and you can't see the line, a freshly painted street that's black and the road is, it's just glossy, these lights can give you a little extra advantage because they can shine on the ground and illuminate those lines better. All right. They used to make these lights in a more of a yellow color because the yellow can kind of overcome a dark black street. Makes sense? But most of now these newer cars are coming with the LED fog lights and they're kind of a bluish color, which doesn't really help. And I think most manufacturers are now going away from fog lights because they're just realizing that it's not beneficial. I mean, people aren't educated on what they use for. All right. Now, the last thing I'm going to show . So wait a minute, you're like, well, Eddie, you just drew a fog light. That looks like a fog light as well. What makes this one different from here? Notice how this one is facing toward the right. That means it's to the rear of the car. Just like this light beam here, the parking light, front parking light, rear parking light, the tail lights. This light is your rear fog light. These lights should be only used, and this is why I say this, because I'm seeing a lot of cars with these lights on, no rain, nothing, and you be behind them and they're just whoa out your face. And until you know what these lights mean, until you see them, is important. These lights are rear fog light. These lights aren't for you to be able to see more. These lights are for use similar to this. Remember I mentioned fog lights. Another reason you use fog lights, why they get their name from, some fog. But in those dense fog situations, I want people to see me. I want to be seen. So when the visibility is low and there's dense fog and I can barely see the car in front of me, maybe I should turn on something else so people can see me and help aid. So it's the aid to help drivers that are following you or behind you to help see you, because they're bright and they penetrate through that fog better than a regular tail light. So I would never turn these lights on a rainy day, like I would maybe on the front fog light, because it doesn't help anybody else see. But maybe, and you have to be conscious of this, maybe in a dense fog situation where no one can see, if I can't barely see that car in front of me and we're normally I'll be able to see that car and he's only like maybe 100 feet in front of me and I can barely see him, that's a good chance for me. Maybe I need to turn my rear fog light on so they can see me. These lights are bright. Some cars are only one, some cars are two, but they're bright red lights that sit in the back, the rear of the car. And most of the European countries, most of the European cars have them. But here in the US, we're just aren't taught. So rear fog light is just an important thing to know. And like I said, the BMW, it is a European car, has it, but they took the feature away because they know us Americans aren't going to be able to know how to turn the lights on or how to use them. And I know some Teslas, the Model S and the Model X, they have them in the US specifications, and you'll look at them and every freaking Tesla, I'll tell you out there, is the S and the X, you'll see them two lights. And I said it's not their fault because you don't know. A lot of times when the people take delivery of the car, those lights are already selected. But now we have a better understanding. You see the indicators. We'll go in here. If you want to see a little bit more, I can tell you more about the auto high beam and the daytime lights, but I want to keep it simplified for now, and we can go from there. All right, so here's how it looks like. Let's go into real time. It looks like in real car. Front fog lights are lights in the front. They are cone beam shaped. They are made to shine down on the ground, and they shine outward. Okay, so they don't shine like in front. You're not going to light up any road signs with these lights. But what these lights are going to do, they're going to essentially light up the edges of the road. These lights are particularly placed in the bottom lower portion of the bumper because that's obviously where the beam can work better. On some Audi cars and some Acuras, some other cars, sometimes they have an integrated fog light. And I think Audi uses what's called a rain light, which is probably going to be a separate, I might add this in here, depending on how much time I have. All right. So now I'm gonna go over the lights. I'm gonna turn the headlights on, turn the rear fog light on, and I'm gonna turn this rain light on. I'm gonna show you the difference of that too. So you see this halogen light right now that is shining at me? That is that light. This light shines out towards the sides of the road. It mimics sort of a fog light. It's more for, I want to say it's just for see the side of the road, since the car doesn't have any fog lights here, but as a way to shine down on the lines during dense fog or heavy rain if you need to see the lines. Right now you can see the tail lights are on, and those those are the rear fog light. Those lights should only be used in dense fog or heavy snow, low visibility purposes only. These are not to be used just for casual driving because they can be confused. Most people will see these and it looks like brake lights. So they're really bright. I don't recommend it. I'm just trying to educate everybody else to know. First thing is get familiar of where these controls are. All right, so first thing I'm gonna show you the light control stock on this Range Rover Sport. Now look at these indicators. You'll see here you got your automatic, you have your headlight and parking light. So what we got is the fog symbol, which is the line that's cutting through the beam itself. That's representing fog. And see how it's pointing to the left is matching the headlight beam, and it's matching the high beam also. So anything going to the left is always going forward. When it's going to the right, it's pointing to the rear. All right. So we have here, right now I'm in the parking light setting. Same thing we see here, okay? Now if I switch down to the low beam, not every car's gonna have the same indicator, but now we're in low beam. All right. You can see that the light is shining straight out. It's your headlight. These are your main driving lights. All right. The fog light symbol is going to be right there in green. The front fog light is always going to be in green. The rear fog light gives you a different indicator and different color. All right. So remember I described it faces the other way. It's actually on the opposite side. So that's the rear fog light. The rear fog light is always going to be a amber color, and it's going to face to the right. It's going to be a little bit different section. Okay. All right, these are the parking lights. Notice the fog lights aren't on, the headlights aren't on. The tail lights are on, they come on with the parking lights. All right, and I see this is the headlight and you see nothing's on. This is what you will come to expect. This is like normally when you see cars driving down the road. All right, and you see here, I'm standing here, the headlight is glaring, but I don't have anything that's I can't really see the fog light until I get really low in here and you can see the fog shining. Now see here, I can have them on independent of the headlights, and you're gonna ask yourself, why is that a thing? Why can't you do that? Why is it? Because remember, in some places it's okay, it's legal for it to happen, but if you're driving and you're getting blinded by snow that's hitting the headlights and it's reflecting out the fog, you can reduce your headlights and just use the fog lights so you can drive and still see the ground. These lights are just shining on the ground itself as opposed to shining straight out ahead of you. The difference is here, when I'm standing back and I look at the rear fog light, they're not on, but this is what you expect when you look at the tail light of a car. Just a dim light that's on that sort of lights up, you know, just so you can see some light on the car. All right, now when you do this, you see how bright those lights are? Those are what's called rear fog light. Those lights are made to help people see you. And as I start walking back, the car starts coming in view. A little bit more, and I'm gonna do the same thing, except I'm gonna turn on the rear fog lights. I'm gonna show you the difference it makes. That makes a huge difference between not seeing a car and being able to see it. Because as I get closer and closer, you can start to make out, but those lights right there, you can see the distance that it takes where you don't see anything. But you can see how those lights are piercing through the fog. And one thing I knew about these lights is, and some other cars should do this, and manufacturers take note. These lights, unlike the rest of the lights on this vehicle or LED doesn't have a warm glowing temperature. Like if I feel it, it's just cold. These lights are warm to the touch. These are incandescent lights, and this is what it should be, because it's more likely to melt any snow, anything that's been kicked off. And also notice how they put these lights off to the side, not built into this lens. So these are separate lights that should hopefully obviously melt the snow off and give it a little bit more of advantage than an LED that's just going to run cooler and get covered if you're driving in snow. All right, if you like this video, be sure to subscribe. I think my next content, I may talk about automatic high beam, or I don't know, hill descent control, depending if your car has it. So let me know what you think. I will, so let me know in a comment what you want to hear next. Thanks for watching.